It's a 150-gallon tank, salt water. It's been up and running for about 8 months. Took my time setting this up. Been in the hobby for about 15 years. Still don't know much. Still learning. Finally getting things under control. I'm on the forums, guys. You guys can check me out. Got a lot of build tutorials. How to build a stand, how to set up a fish tank. I don't know, I was inspired by a larger scale. Swim through. Actually completely different than this one, but got an ATI 8 bulb. It's kind of off right now. I got the reef brights on. These are high output, 96 waters. Really makes the colors pop. Tank. I really enjoy the icy look. See my pyramid butterfly there. He's a little pig. I enjoy him though. I don't really see this guy too much in the home aquarium. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people have them, but in my area, I don't think I've ever seen anybody have one of these in their tank. It's smaller than probably a 240. Like I said, this is a 150. It's got a 34-gallon sump. Turn that on. Just take a look. You see my little Apex here. Bought that about two months ago or something, and right after I bought it, they came out with a new one. So I'm still debating on sending it back and just paying the difference for the new one, or just keeping it. You see I'm running GFO. I got a little carbon in the sock down there. Delta skimmer. Waveline 12,000 return pump. Got a Tunes ATO. I have a doser, but I haven't finished setting it up yet. I've been kind of procrastinating for a few months. Basically, the software, you need an older style computer in order to hook it up. You see my chiller here, it's a 1/4 horsepower. Really need it during the summer months, otherwise the tank gets hot. See right here, I got a piece of starboard. Plan to use this. I'm going to actually mount this, probably about 6 inches off the wall here. Sorry about the lighting. And I'm going to mount the Apex unit to that. I got my two MP40s wireless synced together. This video isn't to show, the equipment or how much money I spent or to brag or anything. It's just to show my setup. It's taken me a long time to acquire all this equipment, and I take my time with things. I buy probably one part at a time, just throw it in the tank. One part as soon as I can afford it. You don't need all this expensive equipment to have a awesome tank. I just like automation and technology. Right here in this cabinet, I have built my own Fido hatchery station. Let me just open it up and give you a little peek. And of course, hey, can you put that light on, please? Or never mind, I got it. Here we go. It's a little bit of mess here. I kind of use it as my food. Got some Marina's pellets, seaweed extreme, some garlic, some Refroy, some coral frenzy, some cyanoacrylic. But yeah, this is for my doser for the calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. There's a doser here. I have all the tubing ran. I just gotta fill the jars. I want to put some corks on the top here. Down here, this is the second layer. This is for Phyto Station. Can't really see the bottles because of the blue light, but there are 4,000 milliliter flask here. And then down here on the bottom, I have my brine hatchery, which consists of, can't really pick it up, it's kind of weird, but they're 1,000 milliliter cones. Now hooked into, I got a little air pump there, got a backup air pump. Reflux, yeah, you know, I heard a lot of stuff about this, and you know, I was battling some pretty crazy dinos or dinoflagellants or whatever. And I heard about this stuff, and you know, I never did use it, but I did pick it up because I wanted to do some testing on it. It's called Reflux, dude, but the active ingredient in it is Floconazole. I can't even pronounce it, but there's 200 milligrams per capsule. I would almost have to use this whole bottle, or I would have to use this whole bottle to treat my tank, and I really didn't feel like adding a bunch of stuff into my tank was the solution to my algae problems. Basically, I was overfeeding. You know, my light cycle was too long, the tank was too warm, my bio load, you know, I wasn't changing my filters and socks a couple times a week. I was strictly relying on water changes for nutrient export, and you know, I had some stuff that was starting to die, you know, and I really took a step back and decided, you know, I really want this tank to do good, so I started testing and trying to nip everything in the butt. Started off with weekly water changes, twice a week. Started changing the filter socks out twice a week. I added the foam covers on the MP40s up there, change those out twice a week, kind of adds like a mechanical filtration. I was testing all my water before and after. My ATO, RODI. I just really just started paying more attention to my parameters and keeping them in check. I did start using, you're probably wondering what this plexiglass is for another project. I kind of just use it for a splash guard. I don't know. There's no reason for it there, but I don't have anywhere to put it. You can see I got a DJI DJ power strips. I don't know, I just take your time. You start experiencing algae issues, you know, it's probably because you have high phosphates, or you're overfeeding, or too much lighting, or you know, your bio load is way too high. It just depends, you know. Do you have sand? Are you cleaning your sand? Do you have a cleanup crew? You know, there's many variables that I've learned. And, you know, I refresh my cleanup crew probably about every 6 months. I have a rather large cleanup crew. I'd say probably about 50 hermits and 50 assorted different types of snails, a couple turbos, I got a cleaner shrimp, I add pods, you know, the Tang right there, he likes nipping at the rocks, picking anything. I would just like to say that I do have a little tiny bit of algae in my tank, but I kind of leave it in there, you know, as a place for my pods to hide out and, you know, just give me a little bit more nitrates in the water, a little bit of phosphates, not too high. I haven't tested for about a month. You know, when I first started kicking this stuff in the butt, you know, I did, I think, a double dose of a GFO just to get it kind of bring the phosphate levels down. And then once the phosphate levels were down, you know, I started running a regular schedule. I run carbon probably 5 days a week. Rocks 0.8. A nice little blasto pick along those hawkfish. Little orange anthea. Perps, purple tang. Pyramid butterfly. Got my bang guy back there. He's awesome. I have a premium snowflake back there. I got that from Bob in Arizona. He's a breeder. I got him at MACNA 2016. And there's a, I actually had the pair of the premium snowflakes, but the baby died. I was transferring from 34 gallon to a 17 gallon to a 50 gallon. I have about 15 tanks. But during all this time, he one of the lids came off. He had actually jumped out of the tank, and I did not notice it. And I did find him dried up on the side of the tank. So I went and picked up this guy, who is a black ice clown. And you know, I threw him in there, and they've been buddy pals ever since. You know, I really enjoy both of them. Some of the corals I got, you know, I got an octospawn. This orange one, I am not sure. The guy I got it from, he's not sure either. But if there's like a little alk spike or anything, if you look at the base, you will see a little thin green. But I noticed, like, if there's like a little bit of an alk spike, you know, sometimes like the parameters won't be exactly, they'll be within a couple, you know, points of what my tank currently has. I'll notice, you know, a little green start to flare up, and that's when I know I need to check myself, look at everything. This is I believe it's a strawberry shortcake or a rainbow millie. It's green right now, but it's showing a lot of growth, new growth on the top. It's only been in my tank for probably a month, and I'm already showing over an inch of growth. Got a reverse Superman there. I have another Monty cap kind of right behind the reverse Superman in this cracker. You can't even see it. It's probably about 2 inches northwest. So, I don't know. Bear with me. But it's in a little crack there, and it started to die. My long-nosed hawkfish really liked it and loved to sit on it, and he kind of killed it. But I broke a piece off before it was completely dead, and it's coming back. Same with this chalice down here. Got that from Cali Kid. You know, I think it's like a mummy eye or something. But it was super bright when I first got it, and that piece and that Monty cap, my long nose just likes sitting on the corals. You know, he's a percher, but he smothered it, and the coral didn't like it. I got a nice, I want to say it's an orange cap, but it looks really bright pink. This bad boy, I had a nice neon green cap up there, and it just overgrew it. I tried to break a piece off before it was too late, and you know, I tried stuffing them in these little cracks, and over time it just, you know, I do water changes and I blow the rocks off, and you know, the pieces scattered around everywhere. They're in there somewhere. I'm just hoping that one day I'll just see it poking out of the rock somewhere. Let's see what else we got here. A bunch of shrooms down here. I got some Ironmans. Kind of hard to tell with the lighting. You know, just miscellaneous cheapo shrooms. This one in the middle here. Not exactly sure what that is. It's some kind of shroom, I believe. Looks pretty cool. I don't know, I just wanted to do like a little shroom garden. This is a mixed reef. You know, I kind of like LPS and SPS, but I do like softies. Pretty much all the tanks I've ever had have been a mixed reef. You know, I got a stylo right there, purple one. And I got him like he was like a 1/4 inch when I got him, and he is turned into a nice little tree. A little neon, I think it's a Tyree bird's nest, I think. It's got some good polyp extension. Right now, I am not dosing. I'm strictly relying on water changes. I do know that my calcium near the end of a 7-day week kind of drops off from 450 down to about 400. And I just kind of, when I do my water change, I just bring that calcium level up to about 450, and then by the end of the week it's down to 400. I know it's best if you maintain that level the whole week. I know I need to set up the doser. It's on my to-do list. I have a few other projects going on right now. I got a 240-gallon reseal I'm going to be doing. A 20-gallon all-in-one reseal I'm going to be doing. It's another reverse Superman and a Sunset Monty, I believe. Another one of those orange Monties. This is a rainbow bubble tip. I got him from Cali Coral as well. I mean, this isn't a typical rainbow. This thing is super bright, got some awesome colors. It's unfortunate that he has moved to the back side of the rock where I can't enjoy him, but he's been there for about 4 months. You can see my little pin cushion here. He likes picking up my cleanup crew and driving them around. Little crypto cane. I'm not exactly sure what this piece is right here. Kind of looks like a Blasto, but at the same time looks like some kind of candy cane. I got it from a buddy of mine, Dan. He kind of threw it in there. I was picking up some pieces, like little small pieces off them, little chips. He was trying to help me out, and I was trying to just put some corals in my tank to see how they would do. Oh look, he pooped. Gross. And he's eating it. Yummy. Got another hammer there. Little Garden down here. I'm real bad with names on Zoes. I've never did well with Zoes. They've always melted away on me. You know, at first they seem like they do fine, and you know, over time they end up just melting away. This guy gave me 1 polyp through these things, and it's probably about 15 polyps, maybe more. It's got a couple lava lamp mushrooms in there. I guess I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. I was noticing some Bristol worms popping up all over the place. So I got this little guy down here. He's a coral banded, yellow coral banded shrimp. Give you a little look. He's under in that cave right there. You kind of see him. His little claw right there in the mouth of the cave. The lighting's kind of jacked up. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. Yeah, got a little acan back there. Super bright yellow mouse. I got like a war coral back here. This thing was dying. I was helping a friend out, and I seen it in his tank, and it was really not looking good. And you know, I told him I would put it in my tank, see how it is, and it seems to be recovering well. So I'm gonna shoot it back to him. I'll probably, just give it all back to him. You know, once it heals up. This is my favorite coral of all time. I've always loved Blastos of all kinds. I got a purple one, red one. I know they're just simple Blastos. I really don't have the funds for those really high-end Blastos, but you know, I did get this one from Cali Corals. I think I paid about 75 bucks for one head. And it currently has 3 or 4 babies on there, which I'm happy about. He's been up here in the rack. Seems to be doing well. My plan was to put him down here on the rock and have like a complete Blasto covered garden rock down here. I don't know. I just really enjoy the Blastos. I don't know why. I just really do enjoy them. But yeah, there's a purple Monty Cap